So we need a 2-minute chart. This is the perfect time frame. I make sure that my traders are spending the vast majority of their time looking for the opportunities that I teach them on the 2-minute chart. On this 2-minute chart, we're going to be able to find an opportunity every single 8 minutes of our lives. This is why I love this time frame as well. It's the time frame of short-term oriented trading mastery. What you're looking at is a 2-minute chart of Tesla right now. Every individual bar represents 2 minutes of trading. Of course, you see a barrage of green bars, which means price moved to the upside over that 2-minute period. You see a barrage of red bars, meaning that for that 2-minute period, the price sort of moved to the downside. All right. Then the second item we need, and this is going to be a review. If you're familiar with a lot of my work, this you all know, but repetition has a very big value when it comes to teaching trading concepts, all right? So nothing wrong with revisiting some of these basic concepts, but for the benefit of those who are experiencing me and my teaching for the very first time, these are the basic tools that we need. A 2-minute chart. We also need a 20-period simple moving average overlaid on top of that 2-minute chart, all right? I don't consider a 2-minute chart without the 20-period moving average. Now, there are different styles of 20-period moving average. There's simple, there's weighted, there's triangular. In all of my years of trading, 43 years in total so far, I have simply found no evidence that the sexier varieties of moving averages are any more superior than the simple form. So all of my moving averages are simple in nature. What you see here is a simple 20-period moving average on the chart. Its greatest use is as a trend, as a trending mechanism. So when the 20-period moving average is sloping to the upside at a 45-degree angle, which is what you see here in Tesla, the 20-period moving average is sloping upward, but it's not sloping upward mildly like that. It's sloping upward at this 45-ish degree angle. This is the most powerful trending 20-period moving average to the upside. Of course, it applies to the downside as well. If your 20-period moving average is declining in a 45-degree angle like manner, you've got the most powerful trend that can exist in the markets. There are trends that are sharper, but they're not so sustainable. There are trends that are milder, but they peter out. The trends that are perfectly that 45-degree angle like trend, they can go on and be the most enduring. All right. So it's important to understand that we use the 20-period moving average to kind of judge which kind of trend am I dealing with the stock. Do I have one of those sharp trends that will quickly peter out? Do I have one of those mild trends that will eventually, the gas will run out? Or do I have that 45-degree angle trend that can go on for a very long time? And so by utilizing the 20-period moving average, I can instantly tell you which one of these three trends the stock is in right now. Now, it could be in a no trend with the 20-period moving average flat like that. So you can have a flat 20-period moving average with no trend. You can have a really sharp, meteoric 20-period moving average, which is likely to come crashing back in a short period of time. You can have a weak rising 20 that's about to run out of gas, or you can have that 45-degree angle 20-period moving average where you're going to get the largest number of opportunities and the longest type of trend. The second thing I will tell you that's important about the 20-period moving average is that when it's trending this way, it will have very powerful supportive characteristics. So when you have that 45-degree angle trend, you'll find that when the stock revisits the area of the 20, there will be a propensity for the stock to rebound off of that area. Now look at to the left of the chart when the 20-period moving average was not trending in the way that we like, where you did not get that supportive nature. But here is where you start to get the supportive nature. The 20-period moving average starts to trend, and it starts to serve as a very powerful area of support. All right, so once it gets trending, it serves as support. When it's not trending the way we like it to trend, its supportive characteristics weaken. All right? Now this works on the reverse as well. Now, the third tool we need is the 200-period moving average. Again, it's a simple 200-period moving average. We use the 200-period moving average in conjunction with the 20-period moving average in the form of a buddy system. It's almost like a child-parent relationship. The 20-period moving average is the shorter term one, the child. The 200-period moving average is the bigger, more significant one, the parent. All right? And I never want you to look at a chart, whether it's the 2-minute or any time frame, without these two moving averages. In fact, a chart for me is not a chart unless it has these two moving averages superimposed on it. Now, there's several things I want to point out about this picture that you're seeing here. I want you to look to the left of the chart, and I want you to realize that the moving averages to the left are relatively flat or wavy. So wavy, the 20-period moving average is wavy like that, and the 200-period moving average is more flat. All right? That's your state on the left. I want you to note that in the middle of the chart, you have the trending portion. This is the non-trending portion. And then you have the trending portion. I want you to notice how the flatness or the waviness of the 20 stops being so and starts to rise. And it starts to separate itself away from the 20-period moving average. All right? So we start off from this sleepy, flat state. Sleepy and flat. Then we go to the 20-period moving average waking up and starting to leave its parent, leave its larger counterpart. All right? In the middle of the chart, I want you to notice that we get the widest state that all things are apart. Here, they're relatively close. Here, there's relatively wide space between the two, between the 20-period moving average and the 200. So to the left, they're relatively close together and flattish in nature. In the middle, the 20 is separating from its parent. And in the middle, in the total middle of the chart, you have a wide separation between the two. We're going to come back to this concept because this concept is going to form the crux of our consistency in terms of picking the right plays, understanding these three states. Let me put them again. Narrow, trending, and wide. Understanding these three is required to be good at consistently finding the right thing. You always need to be able to determine which one of these three am I dealing with? Am I dealing with this flattish narrow? Am I dealing with the trending part? Am I dealing with the wide part? And you are to take every single thing you look at and make sure you can identify which of the three are we in. Now, of course, everything is applicable in reverse as well. All right, we're going to get to this. This is going to deepen as we go forward. So we have the 200-period moving average here. We have, sorry about that. We have the 20-period moving average here. Or let's just say we have the 20-period moving average under it first. And then the 20-period moving average starts to leave the 200-period moving average. This picture that you see right here, where you started flattish and then went to a trending nature where the 20 is separating itself from its parent 200, this is called the bull picture of power. Okay? Now, your stock, of course, is above them all. That is the picture of power. It is rising stock over a rising 20-period moving average over a flattish 200-period moving average. I'm going to repeat that. Your bullish picture of power is a rising stock above a rising 20-period moving average, both of which are rising above a flattish, doesn't have to be exactly flat, but a flattish type 200-period moving average. That's your bull picture of power. Your bear picture of power is just the opposite, right? You have a flattish 200. Your 20 might start here, and your 20 starts to separate itself from the flattish 200. And we go from a relatively flat state to a trending state where your 20 is being separated and your stock is underneath falling. All right? So in this case, you have your stock is under a declining 20-period moving average. Your stock is under a declining 20-period moving average. Your declining 20-period moving average is under a flattish 200-period moving average. And this is the bear. This is the bear picture of power. All right, let's take a look at some examples of these pictures of power. Again, Tesla is demonstrating the bull picture of power, right? Look to the left. You kind of start flattish, and then your 20 starts to separate from the parent. That is your bull picture of power. When you have a bull picture of power, the modus operandi is when you have a bull picture of power, the modus operandi is to buy all strength and all color changes near the 20-period moving average. So look at strength bars, fat green bars, that's strength bars, power bars that originate near the 20-period moving average. Look at this. The power bar originates near. It doesn't have to touch it. It just has to originate near it. Okay? Power bar originates near. Power green bar originates near the rising 20-period moving average. That's the first thing. When you have got the bull picture of power, power bars that originate near the 20-period moving average are buys. Okay. What are also buys? All color changes that occur near the 20-period moving average. What's a color change? Let me show you very quickly. A color change is when you have a red bar that is taken out by a green bar. Boom. So this is what I call a color change. You change from red to green, and your buy is right above the red. Boom! You buy into that bar as soon as it bypasses the red. But it must be near, this event must be near the 20. You don't want it out here away from the 20. You want it near the 20. So if we look at color changes, here's red, and boom, we get both. We get power bar and color change. That's double strength. Power bar originating off the 20 and a color change near the 20. We don't want this color change even though it worked, because it didn't originate near my 20-period moving average. So we missed that one. That's okay. Missed money is better than lost money, right? But this one is a color change. Boom! This one is a color change near the 20. Boom! Green takes out red near the 20. Go. Green takes out red near the 20. Go. The only thing I will tell you about this, you're going to buy power bars off the 20. You're going to buy color changes at or near. It doesn't have to touch it. It just can't be far away from it. Color changes. You're coming in here. Boom. You're coming in here. Boom. Okay? But if you get too separated, the game is over. You see, you want to be careful. You want to catch the beginning of the separation. You want to catch the middle of the separation, but you want to stop this game when the separation gets too far. This is a bit subjective. So you're going to have to practice this. But when the 20 gets too far away from its parent, the parent is going to pull the kid back to him. All right? So markets will tend to do this. You'll go from them being close to being far to being back to close again. You want to stop the game here. You want to play the game here. You want to play the game there. You want to play the game there, maybe there. But when you start to get too separated, the game is over. No more buying power bars. No more buying color changes when the separation is too far. When the child, the 20-period moving average, is too far from the parent's going to call the child back in. All right. Good. Got that out of the way. We look at a bare picture of power. Here's a 2-minute chart of Citigroup. Now notice the flattish nature. Notice the flattish nature on the left-hand side of the chart. Flattish to 200, sort of a flattish 20-period moving average here. And all of a sudden, that 20-period moving average starts to separate and leaves the parent. Now, all power bars you can dive into that are at or near the 20. Boom! Power bar at or near the 20. All color changes dive into the moment the red changes the green color or takes the green out. Boom! Red takes out that green bar. Even this little one. Red takes out that green bar. Boom! But down here, you want to start being careful. You're a bit too wide apart. The parent is going to call the child back. My trading took on this consistency like never before because I finally had a system. I finally had a formula to follow, a blueprint that never changes. It's the same 8 steps every single time. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if it's raining outside, storming outside. It doesn't matter if the market's up or down. It doesn't matter if it's Monday or Friday or Wednesday. It doesn't matter if you're trading stocks or bonds or options. It's the same 8 steps, the same 8 steps. And I'm telling you, if you can make sure you follow every trade you take, you make sure that you are following these 8 steps in order, you're going to bring a consistency and a quality to your trades that you've never seen before. State, position, power, entry, stop, color change, which we just talked about, profit take, let it ride. A narrow state is when your 20 and your 200 are relatively close together. All right, let me do this in different colors. So it's when your 200 and your 20 are relatively close together and they're relatively flat. That is your narrow state. So they're relatively close. Guys, don't be too specific with this. It's relative, okay? So relatively close together and relatively flat. Wide state is when your 20-period moving average has separated far away from your 20 period moving average, from your 200 period moving average. So here's your narrow state, narrow. Here is your wide state. And here is your trending state. Okay, so you've got these three states, right? Narrow, tight, narrow state. Trending state leads to wide state. And guess what happens? Eventually, we go back and repeat. This is all the market ever does. Narrow, trend, wide, wide, trend, narrow, repeat. Narrow, trend up, wide, wide, trend down, narrow, repeat. And you can go this way as well. Narrow, trend down, wide, wide, trend up, narrow, repeat. Here is Coinbase, all right? 2-minute chart of Coinbase. Everything's going to be a 2-minute chart, guys. Now, guys, look at the beauty of this narrow state to the left. Are you kidding me? I couldn't even draw the narrow state better than that. Look at how flat the 200 is. Look at how flattish the 20 is, and look at how relatively close they are. And this is the first bar of the morning. Boom! It's power out of a narrow state. All right? Now, you can get, guys, power out of a narrow state up, or you can get power out of a narrow state down. Whenever you ignite in a powerful way out of a narrow state, you buy into the power. If it's to the upside, you short or you sell into the power to the downside. All right? Now let me draw this again. Let me draw this again so you get it. Here is your narrow state. We don't know which side of the narrow state Coinbase is going to blast out from. We need to wait for that. So this hasn't happened yet. We don't know this yet. But if Coinbase breaks out of its narrow state powerfully like this, we're going to buy that bar. Boom! If it starts off out of the narrow state with power red to the downside, we're going to pile into that power red bar to the downside. Okay? But we don't know yet. But you don't have to know. We don't have to know what's going to happen. Boom! We just wait for it to happen. Here's my first bar. Now, guys, look. Here's how the first bar forms, right? First, it forms with the open. So when it opens, we automatically know, boom, it's exploding to the upside. Now, I need to see power. I know the direction now. It's above the narrow state. I need to see green. So what happens is that first, let me do this in stages. This is the way I want to lay it out for you. Do it in stages like this. So the first thing we see is, whoa, Coinbase opens out of the narrow state to the upside. It doesn't open down. It opens up right there. Now we need to see green from there. So what happens is that the green starts to grow. Uh-oh, I'm starting to get green. Uh-oh, you start to rub your hands together, but that's not enough green. We need power green. Uh-oh. Now saliva starts to drip down the corners of your mouth. You put your hands on your keyboard or your mouse. I hope you're not trading with a mouse. Professionals trade with a keyboard. All right. You put your fingers on your buy button. All right, you're getting ready. Boom! That's enough green for me. I don't need to see any more. I don't need any more proof. Boom! I'm buying there 2 lots. I'm going to protect myself under the power. We'll get to protection later, but I'm giving it to you now. We're going to protect. Boom! Once I'm in, I protect myself under the power. Yes. You see how powerful that is? So we knew that from a narrow state, you're going to eventually break out above or break out below. We don't know which direction, but whichever one happens is good with us. But we need not just the open above or below, we need to start seeing the power color develop. You don't need a tremendous amount of it. You just need enough to be convinced this is truly institutional power. Boom! Now, look at your first color change. Do you see the first color change? You see the first red here? Let me get rid of this here. Boom. You see that first red? You're going to add to your position on the first color change. So this was your initial entry, but you're going to always add on the first color change. Write that down. You're looking to get into every play twice. The initial entry and the color change add. The power entry, I call this the power entry, and the color change add. I'm going to say it again. Power change entry, next color change add. Power change entry. So it goes like this. Power bar entry, protection, color change add. I'm going to do it again. Power bar entry, let's say 2, protection, color change add. I tend to add half of my initial buy. So if I bought 2, I'm going to play 1. If I bought 1, then I'm just going to do another 1 because we don't do halves. So if I bought 4, I'm going to do 2. All right? So I want you to think about the formula that we're forming. Power entry, protection. Let me get that right. Stop, protection. Color change add. We're building out this formula. These are the steps every single time. All right, now let's take a look at another example. All right, guys, notice the narrow state. Always the first thing you see, the first thing I need you to look at, what's the state of the 20 and the 200? What's the state of it? Are they relatively flat and are they relatively close? Relatively flat, close, narrow state. This is more wide. All right? But here, we're narrow state. Now, what do you do off a narrow state? You, boom, your power bar, color change. Boom. Power bar. Boom. Color change. So here's the formula again. Power bar entry above the narrow state. Protection. Now, guys, in this case, my protection is not going to be under the bar. My protection in this case is going to be under the narrow state. I don't want to be under the bar if the stop out is right at the narrow state. So if the bar is up here and I'm entering, then my stop is there because the narrow state is here. But if my bar is right at the narrow state, I need my stop under the entire state. Okay? So in this case, follow the formula. Power bar entry above the narrow state. My stop is under the narrow state. Okay. Color 2 lots. Color change entry 1 lot. This is not the full formula. We're building the formula. And you're going to follow these steps every single time. Power bar entry, protection, color change, add. Power bar entry, protection, color change, add. Oh my goodness, look at square or block now. Look at the narrow state. So your 200 is flattish. All right. This is wide, but this is tight and narrow, right? Now look at the first bar. Look at this is the first bar of the morning, the first 2-minute bar of your morning of the open. You open above the narrow state. All right. This is another power bar, which we're going to talk about. There's elephant power, and there's tail power. Tail power can be red tail too, like this. Doesn't matter. If the tail is at the bottom, it's still bullish. So here's elephant power and tail power. Here's green tail power, red tail power. Doesn't matter. If the tail is at the bottom, it's bullish. Okay? So remember, I showed you elephant power, right? Oh, whoa. Here's elephant power. Boom. Okay? Now, here's elephant power. Boom. Elephant power. Okay? But here is tail power. Bottoming tail. The tail is at the bottom. We want to enter above the tail. Above the tail. Boom. Enter above tail bars. Enter in power green elephant bars. So we enter in elephant bars. We enter above tail bars. Now, sometimes, guys, you might miss the entry on the elephant bar. You might miss the entry in the bar. Then you buy the next bar that clears it. But you want to try to buy in the bar. But if not, you get when the bar gets cleared. In the tail bars, all right, in the tail bars, you typically are buying above the tail bar. Boom. So enter above tail bar. Protection. I want my protection under. Remember, see here, I'm going to stop out at the narrow state. I never want to stop out right at the narrow state. I got to get my protection under the narrow state in this case. All right. So it goes like this. Boom. Tail bar power entry. Protection. Where's my color change at? Where's my color change at? In this case, I don't have it. I don't get a color change or a straight color change ad. I'll come back to this if we have time to show you something really more advanced. But there's hidden color here, but that's more advanced. If I have time, I'll come back to this. But sometimes you're not going to get that color, guys. Sometimes you're not going to get that ability to add on the color change. All right, here's NVIDIA 2-minute chart, flattish 20, flattish 200, relatively close. Boom! Power out of your narrow state. So your power moves out of the narrow state. Now, guys, remember, in this scenario, you're watching this grow. All right? Let me do this for you. Let's do it step by step. So this hasn't happened. You have, this is what I teach you, to have this already on your list. We already have NVIDIA on our list before the market opens. I teach my traders how to find these before the market opens. So now we're sitting, waiting, guys. We're waiting. Is NVIDIA going to open or move above, or is it going to move below the narrow state? We don't know, but we don't care. All we do is wait. And oh, wait, I did this wrong. All right. So we first get, the first thing we get, right, is, let's do this again. No. Let me do this again. I want to walk you through this properly. And we can get rid of all of this because this hasn't happened yet. All right, now, so stock opens up and starts to produce a little bit of red. All right, stock opens up and starts to produce a little bit of red, but that's not enough. And then, boom, that's enough. I'm leaving the narrow state with power. Power bar entry. I don't need any more proof. This is power coming out of my narrow state. I am going to protect myself. So let's do this cleaner here, guys. Let me get these lines out of the way. So I'm going into, I'm protecting myself. If you want to try to get above that narrow state, fine. If that's too far, you might just have to go with the bar. Stop here or stop there. It's your choice. All right. And what's next after my initial, remember, power entry protects, power entry stop. We've got that. Color change add. Do we get a color change add? Here we go. We don't, not a plain one. Now wait a minute. Let me just go to the advanced thing. I'm going to give you the advanced. I know you want the advanced stuff here. So let me give you the advanced. The color change add can be a straight black and white color change scenario, or it can be a hidden color change. Let me show you the hidden color change here. You see this, let me wipe this out first. All right. I am not going to be able to finish going into some of these deeper things. I have so much I want to share with you guys. All right, guys. So this stock, NVIDIA, went up first. I don't know if you can see it clearly enough here. But this stock went up first. You see that? It produced green. You watched this go up. And then inside of this 2-minute period, it goes up for the first 10 seconds or whatever. Then it drops back, losing the green, and then it goes into red. My traders are going to short right there. You see, what they're going to do, guys, is when they see that green, my trained traders, when they see the green start to form, they're in the play. They're watching this happen, right? They're watching this stock have this power red bar. Then it starts to move up. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to sit under this green right there. And if that green gets taken out, boom, there's their hidden color change. They're like, you can't hide from me. There's their ad, and the rest is history. So in essence, what really happened is that this is a micro green bar here. This tail is a micro green bar, and there's your color change. It's hiding from you. So you've got that formula. Power entry stop. All right? Power entry, boom, stop. Color change add. That's that part of the formula. Now, the way another step in the formula is power change add for 2, stop, power change entry for 2, stop, color change add for 1, boom, profit take. You want to profit take in a separated way from your ad. And we'll talk about this in a little bit more in detail. So I've added the next step for you. So it goes like this, guys. Power bar entry, stop, color change add, profit take, that's the next step. Okay? And your gains happen real fast with this. Okay? Let's take a look at another example. Narrow state, guys. Narrow state. Now, we don't open up here, we open down there. Okay? Now, but we need either a power red bar below. So when remember guys, when you're below the narrow state, you want to see power red or color change, right? Green, then red takes out green. Whichever one really comes first doesn't matter. Here's power and here's color change. In this case, the first thing we get is color change that turns into power. There's nothing wrong with you taking the color change play. Red takes out green right there. Boom! And this bar eventually becomes your power bar. Now, let's say you missed the color change entry. You're going to do power bar entry 2, stop, color change add, profit take. We're deepening the formula. Power bar entry, stop, color change add, profit take. Power, you got the formula here? Power bar entry, stop, power bar entry, stop, color change add, profit take. Power bar entry, stop, okay? Color change add, profit take. Ha ha! Yeah, and on the upside, okay? Power change add, stop. Power change entry, stop. Color change add, profit take. All right? One more time. Power change entry, stop. Color change add, profit take. Yeah. We're deepening the formula. And this is to be applied the same way every single trade of your life. This adds order. This adds systematic play. There's no guesswork. There's no, I think, Oliver, I think it's going to go down from here. I think. Do you want anybody playing around with your money if I think so? People out there do not know where to protect themselves. You know where to protect themselves. People don't know what a buy event is. You know what a buy event is. A buy event is a power bar in the form of an elephant or a tail or a color change. Okay? Power bar elephant, color change buy, or power bar elephant, power tail, color change. Those are your three main events. We've got, three main events. All right? Most people don't even have buy events or action events. They don't even know what they are. If you were to ask most people, define what exactly is a buy event for you, they'd be like, well, Jim Cramer? Earnings? Those aren't buy events. News? Positive news? Not you. Not you. Not on my watch. You got your buy events and your sell events well defined. I buy on elephants. I buy on tail bars. I buy on color changes in the right state, in the right position, which we're going to get to. All right? I add on color changes every single time if they happen, and I profit take away from the color change. Okay? This is adding order to your trading. All right. Now, let's go back here. Let's go. Let me make sure, check on my team, make sure everything's okay. All right, good. Citigroup. All right, we just did this, I think. Yeah. Well, power bar, narrow state, power bar entry, stop, color change, add, profit take away from your ad. Wow. 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 All right. Look, narrow state, narrow state. But your first bar is green, but that's not the green bar that you're interested in buying, is it? No, because the green bar you need is above the narrow state. You need the green bar above the narrow state, not below the narrow state. So this one doesn't count. This green bar is below the narrow state. No, no, no. Don't get suckered into the power green bars below. But then something magical happens. Boom! Power red takes out the power, the green bar. Boom! There's your entry to power bar entry. Stop. Color change, add. There's your first green. Red is taking out the first green bar that happens after your ad. Profit take. And of course, you can keep doing it. You can keep doing it if you like. That's not the subject of our talk today. There's a lot more that can come after this. I'm taking this first little piece and teaching you how to systematically pull quick but consistent money out of the markets using this formula. This is that 10, 15, 20-minute. Let's see, guys. Did I get it back? Did I get it back? Am I back? Okay, I think I see the connection. I'm back. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Good. Ooh, what time is it? What time do I have it? What time is it, right? Yeah. It's right, 10. Okay. I'll try to finish this, man. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen here, but we'll see. All right. I just always want to power pack things for you guys. All right. So guys, you don't have to. This is 10, 15, 20-minute money. Boom. Protect myself, add, boom, profit take, profit take. Go to the freaking beach, go to the mall, walk your dog around the corner, do whatever it is that floats your boat. You're done, you're finished. All right, next play. We don't have to, guys. We do not have to play all day. Boom, two, protect myself. First color change, add, profit take. I'm done. Go to the beach, go to the mall, walk your dog, do whatever it is that floats your boat. We don't have to develop blurry eyes and bad bladders staring at the screen all day. If you want to do that, that's fine. Here, look. Boom! Power bar, enter, stop, hidden color change, profit take. You're done. Go to the beach. Go to the mall. Walk your dog around the park. Go work out. Do whatever it is, right, that floats your boat. That's all we need. Look at this. These are 2-minute bars. Boom! Tail bar power. Stop. Remember the color change. Remember remember the hidden color change. This dropped. This went red. This dropped. That's a hidden red right there. And boom! So power bar entry, stop, hidden color change, profit take. You're out. Go to the beach. I don't know, go to the mall. Walk your dog around the park. Go to the gym, work out. Do whatever it is that your heart desires. And this is what I want this is what I teach my traders to do. I teach them that they can stay and trade longer, but I don't want them to have to stay and trade longer. There's a difference between being compelled to and wanting because I like it, I just want to continue. That's different. But I do want you to be able to make your living in the markets in a relatively short period of time. That's what I did many, many years ago. I no longer wanted to sit in front of a screen all day. Do you understand, guys? I no longer wanted to treat this like a full-time job. I wanted freedom. I wanted my total independence. I wanted to be able to squish a decent amount of profitability into 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. And this is what I teach the traders to do, to be able to earn your living inside of 20 minutes. And I show it to you over and over and over and over again. I can show it to you in any market. Somebody was saying, can I show you a Brazilian market? I just don't have that prepared today. But yes, I've got like 1,000 plus Brazilian traders that trade the Brazilian market. Of course. Of course. You don't look, boom, power bar, stop, color change entry, profit take, you're done. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm just showing you the chart here. All right. Once again, power bar, entry, stop, color change ad, profit take away from your ad. You're done. You're finished. Do whatever it is that your heart desires. Now, guys, let me go forward here. Exxon, look, power bar, entry, protection, color change, profit take. Now, some people might have taken this profit a little early. That's fine. Power bar, protection. Maybe they say, I don't get a color change, profit take. That's fine. But there's a secondary play here. Remember, when you're in trending mode, you can take color changes at or near the 20. Color change add, secondary play out. Now go to the beach. Now go to the mall. Now walk your little mutt around the park. Now go to the gym and work out. Do whatever it is your heart desires. All right? Beautiful. Okay, this is your wide state. Now, guys, it's not the subject today of wide state, but we play wide states back the other way. We play narrow states up and we play wide states down. So a wide state down would be power bar entry. Same thing. Look, power bar entry, stop, color change, profit take. Same thing. So when we play the narrow state, we're playing up here and then down here. Down here and up there. Very, very, guys, I need you on board. I need you on board so that I can teach you everything and every detail to get this so powerfully right. Play zones, guys. So I want you to understand that when you have a narrow state, guys, your buy zone, that's called position 1. You can also buy in position 2, but I don't want you buying in position 3 because that's too high. Do you understand? So you can buy in position 1. Position 1 is right above your moving averages. Position 2 is a little bit more. See? Position 2, position 1, position 2. This would be position 3. This color change here is too high. I don't know if you see that because that's like position 3. I don't want you acting in position 3. So here, look, narrow state, position 1 is good. Position 2 is good. Position 3 is not good. Okay? Same thing on the downside. Position 1 is good. Position 2 is good. But position 3 is not good. So I need you acting in position 1 and 2. Here is a buy in position 1. Okay, here's a buy, a color change buy in position 2. That's fine. Okay, now let's go here. Here is my state. There's my 200, there's my 20. Here is a buy in position 1. My add is in position 2. That's fine. But if the add comes here, that's position 3. That's not fine. Okay? Make sure that all of your activity is in position 1 and 2, not in 3. We're back to position 1. Boom. Profit take. So my play here, guys, let's do the formula. Power bar entry, protection, color change add, profit take. Go to the beach. La playa. All right. Narrow state. This is position 1. Sorry. This is position 1. Right above. This is position 2. This would be position 3. You want to buy above the tail bar power. Boom. Stop. Now, now look at this. This is a perfect example, guys. We're buying above tail bar power, tail bar power entry. Stop. There is no color change. There is no color change. There is no color change until here. But that would be buying. That color change is in position 3. So that's not. I have to miss that one. That should be where I'm taking profits. So the play goes like this. Power bar entry. Stop. Profit take. No color change add in this case. All right, good. Okay. Position 2. Here is a neutral bar. Neutral bars can can be ignored until you get a color change. Here's a color change here if you want. Here's a color change if you want, or a power bar. All right. As long as you're not doing activity up here and you're doing it in one right above or two not that far above. So you got to get your position right. You got to know what position. Here's position 2. This would be position 1. And this entry here would be position 2. You're still in position 2. This is okay. But when you start to get wide and high, you start to get into position 3, and that's when the game should stop. All right? This is powerful, guys, powerful. Now, take a look at AMD. Beautiful. Look at this. Narrow state, power bar, boom! I want you to come from all way over here, guys, like a torpedo. Here's where you are. You're over here. Here you are. You are. And you just send it. Once you see that red bar break down below the narrow state, you send that missile. Color change add. Boom. Color change add again, as long as it's not too far. That's fine. Boom. Profit take, profit take. Go to the beach. La playa. Same thing every single time. So look, the formula is power bar entry, stop, color change, add, color change, add again if you like, as long as it's pretty close. Profit take. And if you profit, and if you leave some in, you just let the rest ride. All right. Okay. Here is, what position is this? It's position 1. I want you to be able to identify position 1. Okay? This is position 2. It's not that far. This color change is position 2. All right? I just want you to be able to identify the right position. Here's my moving averages. I'm pretty much still in position 1. This is position 2, this color change entry. So this would go something like power bar entry, stop, hidden color change, profit take, out, go to the beach. All right? La playa. I like it. Here's position 1. I think we did this already. That's position 1. This is position 2. Guys, the numbers of traders that have their trading this organized, this set, this systematic. Here are your 2 moving averages. You start off in position 1, power bar entry, stop, color change, add, profit take, out, go to the beach. You don't need to stick around. This could be thousands of dollars in minutes, guys, in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. This is powerful. We covered this before. Look at this. Okay, narrow state. Okay, this is position 1. This is position 2. Can I take this tail bar play here? Power tail, boom. So the play would go like this. It's position 2. This would be position 3. Right? So, boom. Power tail bar entry, stop. Color change, no. Why? Position 3. I don't get a color change. So instead, I'm going to take profits. Go to the beach. Powerful. Okay? Now, we've covered this before, guys. Power bar entry, stop, color change, add, profit take. If you take only, if you don't take all of your profits, all two, you got 2 and 1. If you don't take all of it, let's say you take 2 and you leave 1 in, you want to move to break even. That's your next step. I move to break even. I remove all risk out of the market and I let this thing ride. And boy, does it ride. So the final step, guys, is break even stop. So listen, entry to stop. That's my original stop. I add 1. I profit take 2. So I'm taking 2 out. I'm leaving 1 in. If you want to, if that's the one you want to leave in, that's fine. If you're saying that, I'm moving my stop to break even, which means I can't lose money, and I'm going to let it ride. So think about the steps. Remember the steps? State. Here's my state, narrow state. Position. I'm in position 1, right above the narrow state. All right, so state is narrow. Position is number 1. Okay? What's my, I'm looking for power. Here I have elephant bar power. Then I'm looking for entry. I'm entering in the bar. That's called anticipation. And then this is what I teach you guys. I teach you how to state is narrow. Position is 1. Okay? Power is elephant, not tail in this case, or 180. It's elephant in this case. Entry, and when you're buying in the bar, that's anticipation. If you're buying above the bar, that's confirmation. All right. So entry, stop. Okay. I'm going under the bar, under bar, color change, add, check, got color change, add. Now there's 2 types. There's hidden and actual. So this is actual color change. Boom. Profit take. Then you go, if you don't sell it all, you go to break even and then let it ride. These specific steps are the first part of trading systematically. And they're to be followed the same way every time. State is narrow. Position is 1, number 1. Okay? Right. State is narrow. Position is number 1. Now I'm waiting for power. Do I get power bar elephant, power tail bar, power elephant bar, or do I get a power color change? All right. So in this case, I get a power elephant. Boom. Enter anticipation, not above, but in if I can. Stop. Color change, add. Profit take on 2. Move original stop to break even on the rest. Break even. Let the rest ride. And guys, that is the formula. What's my state? Where is the stock opening in the state? What position? Is it position 1 above or position 2? Or is it opening below the narrow state? Position 1 below or position 2? Do I get power elephant, power tail, power color change? to get in initially. Power entry, stop, color change, add, profit take. If you don't take it all, profit take on part, raise stop to break even, let the rest ride. Power entry, stop, color change, add, profit take, break even, let the rest ride. Do it one more time. You got the state, it's narrow. You got the position right, it's number 1. Power bar entry, stop, color change, add, profit take, break even, let the rest ride. One more time. State is narrow. Position is 1. Power bar elephant, entry, stop, color change, add, profit take, break even, let the rest ride. Every single time. Let's do one to the downside. Narrow state, narrow state, position 1. Power bar down, entry, stop, color change, add, profit take, break even, let the rest ride. One last time. Narrow state, position 1. Power bar entry, color change, add, power bar entry, stop, color change, add. All right. Profit take, break even, stop, let the rest ride. That formula, guys, is extraordinarily powerful. Following that every single time, knowing your state, knowing your position. This is crazy. Now, let me skip some of this, guys. Let me show you this. We've kind of gone over all of this. Look at Amazon. This was yesterday. This was Friday. Look, here's your state. I think this was Friday. I'm not sure. Maybe not, but power bar. What position is that? That's 1. That's right above the narrow state. That's power bar entry. So let's do it. Power bar entry, stop, color change, add, profit take. I'm going to take 2 off. I'm going to move my stop to break even. You can go here if that's the one you want to do. That's fine. And let the rest ride. Okay? That's your formula. Look at Tesla again. Look, here's my state. Power bar entry, stop, color change, add, profit take. Let's make this cleaner. Power bar, add, stop, color change, profit take. I'm only taking part. Move stop to break even. Remember, you can do another color change near the 20 if you like. Boom. Profit take. You're just letting the rest ride. Powerful. The same steps, the same blueprint, the same formula every time. Power bar at. Here's your state. Here's your position. Power bar entry. Stop. Color change, add. Profit take on 2. Move stop to break even. Let the rest ride. All right. We've done this before. Power bar entry. We have the state here. Stop. Color change, add. Profit take on 2. Bring stop to break even. Let the rest ride. Same thing. Nothing ever changes. Do you understand? Nothing ever changes. Let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. All right, I gave you examples here. Look, Apple, power bar entry, right in position 1. Boom. Stop. Color change. Profit take. Now, in reality, I would have maybe taken profits sooner. Entry, stop, profit take. You understand? Profit take. So I don't get a color change here. I take one off. Move stop to break even on the remaining. Let the rest ride. Powerful. Can you take this color change? Well, yes, because this is position 1 and that's position 2, but you don't want to do it up here. That's position 3. Guys, if you can follow these 8 things, state, position 1, wait for power, power bar, entry, protection, color change add because it's not in 3 yet, profit take, move to break even. I know I'm trying to go fast here. Let the rest ride. Same formula over and over and over again. Guys, you can't get consistency doing things inconsistently. Every trade must be the identical trade every single time. That's how you become a freaking trading robot. Do you understand? You can't have all of these different, you can't be like guys like, okay, Tesla, I'm going to handle this way. And Google, I'm going to handle this way. And Amazon, I'm going to handle that way. And this, that. That's stupid. You can't approach your trading inconsistently. It's almost as if you have to fit every trade through these hoops, these 8 hoops. And really, your attitude is you either get through all 8 steps or you get fired. That's the attitude of a master trader. You take a trade, you're like, okay, you gave me a narrow state. This is your attitude as a master trader. All right, good. You're giving me a narrow state. Nice. Nice. You're giving me a power bar in position 1. Good. Now, I'm going to play you. You get through all of these 8 steps. You get all the way to the end, or you get fired. You get eliminated. Now go. Boom. Enter, stop, power entry, stop. Color change add, profit take, raise stop to break even, let the rest ride. It's powerful when you have that formula and you apply it to every single trade without fail. It's not that I don't want you falling in the trap of, well, but Oliver, every trade's different. No, you're going to make every trade the same. That's where your consistency is going to come from. That's where your money's going to come from. You're going to demand that every single stock you play, every single financial item you play must play by your rules, your steps, your guideline. It's your blueprint. It's not the stock's blueprint. It's not the market's decision. I set the rules. The market doesn't have order. I bring the order to it. These 8 steps are the order that you must follow. Tesla, you have to follow my order. Amazon, you have to follow my order. Google, you have to follow my order. Starbucks, my order, my 8 steps. And if you don't, you get eliminated.